Action to be taken in case of flooding. First, press the general alarm to inform all the crew members and passenger. First to do is closing of watertight doors and hatches. All watertight hatches are to be closed immediately. In general, status of the closed hatches can be checked on the status panel bridge on the bridge. Additional visual check by designated person shall be performed. Second, closing of weather-tight openings. All weather-tight openings are to be closed immediately. Furthermore, the closing appliances for ventilation opening are to be secured. 3. Closing of valves. All valves of piping systems are to be closed immediately as far as the connected pipes are not used for the pumping operation. 4. Check the extent of damage. If the possible visual check of the extent of damage and the affected compartment shall be carried out. 5. Sounding of flooded compartments. After having found out which compartment are damaged, the amount of water ingress shall be determined by sounding measurement in case compartment is connected to a remote sounding system. The amount of water ingress can be determined directly. Drought readings. Drought readings are of forward, mid, and aft draft marks should be performed. The hill, angle, and trim shall be calculated based on the drought readings. Calculation of water ingress by vertical checking the soundings of the damaged compartment and comparison with the draft readings. A calculation of the water ingress and flooding rate shall be made. Use of pumps. Ballast pumps are Bilgi and ballast pumps are available for pumping out the water damaged compartment. 2 scenarios: the amount of water ingress exceeds the available pump capacity. The compartment must be isolated by closing all the watertight access, including valves. In the piping system, the pump capacity exceeds the flooding rate. The pumping shall be continued. Use of loading computer. For determining possible scenarios, liquid thermal operation, the loading computer shall be used. Loading computer shall be used, estimating stability strength after damage for the loading computer, which is intended to calculate intact condition only. Liquid transfer operation. Before any filing of any discharge of water ballast carried out, throw, check, and precalculation of the resulting floating position to be carried out, and limit values for stability strength are to be checked. Determination ground condition. In case of grounding, check the ground condition is damaged by diver. This check should be performed only necessary safety measure when the ship is stable position. Movement of the ground is anticipated. Information to the owner Coast Guard. The local Coast Guard and ship owner should be informed about the present situation. A possible outflow of oil should be stated immediately. Medical emergency. Action to be taken in case of personnel injuries or illness. Call the members of the first aid squad with relevant equipment and designated on-board medical officer. Formulate a method of transporting casualty to ship hospital. Call additional equipment and personnel if vertical or near vertical lift be acquired. Consult company communication and relevant international radio station manuals to plan for a possible medevac with notification to relevant external parties. In case that the accident report form is required to be completed, crew members should keep records. Extended and detailed pre-employment medical examination should be conducted for all seafarers. Perform the examination in reliable, official and certified medical centers. Keep a detailed medical record on board to address the injuries and illness incidents. Man overboard. Action to be taken in man overboard. First, crew members will be shout man overboard. Is it port side or starboard side? Keep always eye on the man that has fallen. Cool the master and press the MOB button on the GPS and execute the Williamson turn properly. While executing the Williamson turn, broadcast the message to aware all the ships in the vicinity area. and rescue the person.
Fire and explosive hazards include combustible and flammable liquids and substance and or when hot work is performed. Oil spill leakage of petroleum onto the surface of a large body of water.
Action to be taken in case is steering failure. Mo ni ang buhaton nga na steering failure. Maintenance procedures are not always followed fully, resulting to unfavorable situation like the one of described above. In such cases, and crew should be diligent and adequately trained to and a steering gear failure situation, taking the follow emergency action. Morning button. Call the master and advise engineer officer on watch, report to the office, inform port authority and fix vessel position and time of the failure, investigate for navigational hazard and for the cause of the failure, make sound signal, send your urgency or distress message and exhibit shape and lights of the necessary disengage autopilot, start the emergency steering system, and as appropriate prepare for the anchoring if the depth is suitable, rescue marine in order to promote safety procedures during emergency, containing an action that should be followed by the crew in case steering failure. Bomb threat. Muna ang naibuhatan ng bomb threat. Assigning personnel to search designated areas of ship. Outing what to do if a suspicious package is found. Since terrorists can use a bomb in many different ways, it is almost impossible to know what to look for. Therefore, you should not be looking for a bomb, but rather anything irregular or suspicious, anything that does not fit in when searching for a bomb. Follow the rule. Eyes, not hands. As touching a bomb, cause it detonate. The response of the locating a bomb suspension object will depend on the equipment on board your ship. Some vessels have a like blast suppressions blankets, but most will have to seek special advice from component share authority. Further details can be found in the ship security plan.
Contingency plan for abandoned ship and collision and grounding. This is when you keeping a clear head and important. Your pulse will be racing. If you have passengers on board, they will be panicking. Stay calm and organized. You will need to move quickly but safely. These are the initial steps you want to take before you even look for your life raft. Number 1. Put all available waterproof clothing including gloves, headgear, and life jacket. Make sure every person on board has a proper life jacket and they are wearing it. Number 2. Collect your survival kit. If possible, get extra blanket or clothing. It's good to have this in dry bag or emergencies. Your survival kit should contain some flares, food, and water. And third, VHF radio and something like an EPIRB. This will help rescue find you as soon as possible. It's also good to have search and rescue transponder SERT as well. Okay. Note to your presence position. This will help rescuer narrow down where to search. Your EPIRB and GPS are important. But be thorough. Confirm your location as you are preparing to abandon ship. Number 4. Send out Mayday message. A Mayday is sent in emergencies only. There are other distress calls like Pan which is request assistance but less immediate. Mayday means you are in immediate life-threatening danger. Remember, these are taken very seriously by the Coast Guard. A false Mayday is a criminal offense. You can get fined for making one as a joke or when they don't apply. If you are abandoning ship, the Coast Guard and rescue teams need to know. Grounding. 1. Stop main engine and raise emergency alarm. 2. Exhibit lights and shape sound signal for vessel aground. 3. Take all-round sounding seabed example and check tidal range and currents. 4. Check for oil hazardous substance pollution or possibility of one. 5. In case of pollution occurring, report details to nearest coast stations immediately, including owners, charterers, and interested parties. 6. Effect necessary damage and pollution control actions. 7. Do not leave the area until both vessels involved in collisions are safe.